Hey folks, Troy Dooley, MLM Help Desk and the Network Marketing Advocates. We had a phenomenal conversation over the weekend. It went viral. It's worldwide. It's on all kinds of blogs about Zeek Rewards. Paul Burke, the CEO of that company, came out and said, hey, we've had to shut down some affiliates in certain countries, did not name what countries they were because of U.S. sanctions. Commend him for that. I know they've had some issues over the months. We've all seen it. They've talked about it from the online scams that have been going on, some of this, internet crime syndicates and all that. We know this is rampant. We see it all the time. We see it in the news, and it comes from specific countries. So whatever the reason, Paul had to shut these down. But in one of the things that I am known for, besides the American flag, is the fact that I love the United States Constitution. And I do all I can not to censor anything that's on MLM Help Desk. Now, words, that are offensive or some kind of racist remark or anger or something like that, we're very cautious. You'll see sometimes where it says edited by Troy, and I've taken out some F-bombs and stuff like that. But Oz over at Behind MLM put up a comment today, and I took it live because it talks about a FTC consumer alert about penny auctions. And it was a phenomenal, I had to track it. I had to actually go back through 3 different websites to find the actual consumer alert. And that's what we're putting up here on this blog post. Because this really, in my opinion, validates a lot of what Zeek Rewards has been trying to communicate to the field. It talks about what happens by scammers that are there. And I'm going to put some other stuff up here that the FTC has put out. Matter of fact, they busted one company that was doing things illegally. Now, I come out hard on companies. I come out hard on people sometimes. But when a company's trying hard to get their act together, then we got to report on that. The red flags that are with Zeek, because it's just an unproven business model, man, they got all this stuff together. They got network marketing in it and all that. Hey, they're still high risk, but the higher the risk, obviously, the higher the reward. The problem there is we don't see everybody doing commodities. Well, we don't see everybody doing penny auctions. And if people are going to do penny auctions, then they need to understand the risk that's involved. And that's what's so beautiful about this FTC consumer report, because it really lays it out far better than I could. It says online penny auctions, nothing for something. No, it's going to cost all the way through. And here's what it says. Here's one of the first concerns. It says bogus bidders using bots and shills. Now, I talked about botnets because they do this a lot when they steal people's identity. Well, I told over the weekend how these online organized crimes use certain countries where there's not near the security as we have in the United States. And they set up these botnets, and basically a botnet is controlling other people's computers. Well, guess what? It says right on here, some unscrupulous auction sites use bid bots, which are computer programs that automatically bid on behalf of the website. And some fraudulent sites achieve same effect using human shills. Now, if you've not been in gambling, or if you've never run a con, or you've never been in the bail bond business and bonded out a shill, that's basically where somebody's pretending to be somebody else or working for somebody else. You notice in Paul's report, his statement that he put out, that a lot of the foreign accounts they shut down were being operated by people inside the United States. I don't know if those people inside the U.S. were working as shills or the people outside were working as shills. We don't know that. But what I do know is, looking at what the FTC put out, thank you, Oz, for bringing this up, we do see that this is a concern. And if Zeek Rewards figured this out, and they've got a huge compliance team working behind the scenes, it takes time. When you've grown like they do, it takes time to weed through what's legit and what isn't from these outside people. Because what is it that we want our companies to do? We want them to welcome everybody in. But let me ask you this. Do you want your company to let everybody in and not control and police when somebody's doing something wrong? See, it seems to me that we were very quick this weekend to throw the book at Zeek without getting all the information. And I'm so glad we've now got something from the government sharing a little bit more about what happens here. And that was good, because one of the things that I've seen reported is I think comes from these bogus bidders and these shills. And I know I saw one report where they said I think it was $1,000 went for $2,500 or $100 went for $900 or something like that. Do you not think that was a scam? I know Zeek was quick to shut down a bunch of those. Well, this is what we're seeing here. Here's some of the pitfalls. Time lags. How soon do you need to receive the item you're bidding on? Can you tolerate being the delivery slowness because of the bidding? Misleading terms, hidden cost, insecure payment options. Phishing trips. Only it's PHISH. That means where, that's where they try to grab your information. This is what Zeek's up against with all these other penny auctions. Reputation rules. Hello, anyone there? I mean, you have to read this. This is a concern because penny auctions are taking off. Now as I conclude this video, I don't want to keep you. There's one other company that was high risk that I saw like this in the reverse auction business, and that was Doobly Network. I hit them really hard a few years ago. They went out and they hired Kevin Grimes. They hired some great people. I think Dr. Charles King was working for them at the time. And Michael Hansen really went in there and he fixed his company so that it was legal in the United States. That company today, they don't lead with reverse auctions anymore. But that company has gone from being a high-risk, questionable company in the United States to the world's largest online shopping mall company inside the network marketing arena. Over 100,000 distributors, publicly traded. They support a lot of the back ends of other companies. I look at where Zeek's at, and there's some other companies that are coming up on board. I've got Kevin Thompson. We talked about him in another video today. He's working over there at Bitify, and I've got some guys that have contacted me that I know very well that are going to be doing that business. You know what? If they're legit, if they can operate legit, I'm all for it. But I don't think we throw the baby out with the bathwater until we know all the facts. And again, this right here is a phenomenal consumer alert. Everybody that whether you're in Zeek or not, you should get this consumer alert. You should look at it, you should read it, and you should let people know if you're going to be in any penny auction, here's what you need to be concerned about. You better make sure the company's legit. In this case here, because this is so much controlled with the financial stuff, I'm a still strong believer if they don't have a United States presence where they're operating in the United States, you shouldn't even be in business with them. Doobly Network, although it's based out of Cyprus in Dubai, they're actual U.S. publicly traded companies out of Boca Raton. See, that's what we got to look at. Do you have a U.S. presence? Are you building something in the U.S.? Or is this all virtual? Think about it. Great article. We're putting it up. You got to go to the website and pull down the PDF so that you can keep this in your archives. Live life like it's an epic adventure, and remember, if you're in network marketing, act like it.